I am an eternal optimist. So please, God, don't God that you're an eternal pessimist.
I like to say I'm a realist.
Oh, great. We're going to get along great. This is going to be great.
This is Inside Wisconsin Sports with Trevor and Josh.
Crowd is here, about to blow, waiting for me to start the show. Out the curtain, lights go up from home. Whoa!
And he drives one towards the gap in right center. Mitchell over. Mitchell! Did he hang on? Yes! Garrett Mitchell hangs on and makes a diving catch to end the inning.
After review, the call on the field is overturned. No catch. Oh! St. Louis will retain their challenge. The runner will stay at second base.
Wow. Frelick bounces to the first baseman. Burleson has it, raised to the bag, and Sal safe. One look at second base, and it costs Burleson.
After review, the rule on the field is overturned. Runners out. St. Louis retains their challenge.
So St. Louis is 2 for 2 on challenges. Vaughn, fly ball right field. Walker is there, and the ball game is over. The Brewers get a couple of runs in the ninth inning, but come up short. Cardinals take the opener 6-3.
Audio courtesy of Jeff Levering in Brewers TV. Tough one for the crew last night. Brewers lose to the Cardinals 6-3. And did Dez catch it? Like if you hold the ball in the glove but it hits the ground, is that a catch?
I don't know. All I know is that they lost the challenge, they lost the game.
Unfortunately, they got both of those right. What's up, Wisconsin? Welcome in. Inside Wisconsin Sports. Trevor Thomas, Josh Albrecht.
Hi.
Live from the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios. Powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook. Let's play catch up.
Packers.
Everybody and their mother talked from Lambeau Field yesterday. We thought we would share with you some highlights from the offense, the defense, and the special teams coordinators. Yeah, you heard that right. The defensive coordinator.
No.
Jonathan Gannon.
I don't believe you.
I know.
I don't believe it actually happened.
I think it did. Now, you'll hear just a moment after offense. Our read on him when it first got announced, when we went and found that audio, dead ringer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's start with Steno. Listen to the first question that was asked of Adam Stenovich in yesterday's presser.
What would you say you do here?
Okay, that's actually from Office Space, but that's what the first question should have been. Josh, I figured it out. Steno's the GM of the offense. He is literally the Packers' offensive general manager. I know Goody's the GM. Get out of me.
Okay.
All of his entire presser were answers filled with high-level realizations of his offense. The first 7 minutes, he talked about the offensive line. I'm talking about Steno, not Butkus, not the actual offensive line coach.
Sure.
Very few specifics from Adam Stenovich yesterday. Very few. There was one question that stood out to me, probably 3/4 of the way through. Someone asked him, how did you feel about your NFLPA C grade? His thoughts.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I'm just going every day to be the best version of myself, just like anything. So that's about it. You just said it's an anonymous thing. I don't get any feedback from it or anything like that. So I'm not too worried about it, to be honest with you.
Right. Okay. That sounds good. Very high level. Like, what is he going to say?
Yeah. I was really upset with it. I couldn't believe it was only a C. Right.
Very average. I'll take average. I was a C student.
No.
What is the offense capable of, Steno?
Well, I want us to be one of the best offenses in the NFL, for sure. And I think that's, when you have those weapons, you have that ability to do that. And even without those weapons, we were still very productive and, up there in a lot of categories. So I just think for us, just focusing on each guy being their best every single day, especially at this point of the season or in the offseason program, I think, we keep stacking those days. We're going to have a really good offense once the season rolls around.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just really high level.
Just absolutely professional, avoiding the question with the best generic answer possible to prove again, or to avoid proving, I don't know what I do here either.
Okay. Does he not sound like a general manager?
Just avoiding the question. Yeah.
I'm going to talk for about 30 seconds, and I'm going to give you nothing other than make you feel like I answered your question. That's a very, very GM playbook.
It's true.
Honestly, I think Goody gave us more information when he was in his pressers than this. Hey, there's one more. Tell us what you think about Jordan Love.
There's a lot of things, that when you meet with him and talk with him that he wants to get better at, and that's great. He's always just a very prepared person, he's got, sets his goals and everything like that. And I think for him, just, again, taking as much control of the offense as he can, being the best leader for the guys is going to be huge, not only for the offense, but for the entire team. Just keep developing in that role, and then, we'll see what happens. But he's done a nice job so far.
Mm-hmm.
Can't disagree.
15 minutes of that.
Yeah, that's rough.
I don't think we know what he does here, to be honest.
I think it's their job to make sure we don't.
Pretty much.
I really feel like until Matt LaFleur is gone, we won't actually know what Stanovich's job was, whether Stanovich is still here or not here. Like, until he's gone, we won't have a clue.
I really do think it's just high-level GM of the offense because Matt runs the offense and Jonathan Gannon's going to run the defense, right? So, all right, man. First things first. Good to meet you. Great to see you.
Yeah,
welcome
hi. How you doing?
to Green Bay. Hi. What does the Jonathan Gannon defense look like for the Green Bay Packers?
We'll find out, huh?
Okay.
That's what I wanted to hear.
Elaborate, please.
I'm really big into play style, as Matt is, and the game is about the ball. So, you got to find ways to take it away. And our job is to get Jordan back on the field as quick as we can. So, schematic and technical execution and play fast.
Yeah, I like that. He at one point said play fast and play violent.
Mm-hmm.
I concur.
Yeah, that's good.
What's the playbook look like?
We develop the playbook when we get here. I told the players that I said, this is going to be a little different for them because, as we're teaching them things, they're going to see tape of Philly, Minnesota, Arizona, Green Bay, San Francisco, Buffalo, Alabama, Georgia. Like I don't really get caught up in, if you said, this is my playbook, here's what we're going to run. What I just said to you guys earlier is kind of full of, what? Right? Because you're really not adapting your scheme to the players you have. This is just what we do. Well, if this guy can't do that, what are you going to do? We're just going to do that. Doesn't make sense to me. So it truly is, it really is the truth when I tell you guys, like, this is going to be a new system this year. It's the 2026 Green Bay Packers, and it's awesome to me. It's fun.
Okay. So no playbook.
Sounded fun. It sounds fun based on your enthusiasm. This is fun. I'm excited.
He said later in the presser that he's going to be on the grass, not up in the booth. And if that's the case, and we're going to play this adaptive defense with the right guys at the right time, get your popcorn ready. That could be really fun.
Yeah, I'm excited for that.
I don't know if you counted how many teams he listed off there. Something like
20, 28, yeah.
Right? We're going to watch all that tape and then decide what the playbook is going to be. It literally sounds like it's going to be week to week. And that's really cool.
Yeah.
So when we heard that he's not a scheme guy, 3-4, 4-3, 2-5, 9 or 7, whatever, that's why. Because he literally wants to adapt with the players, not only week by week, but situation by situation. And he's going to be able to do so from the field itself. With that in mind, what kind of coach are you then?
I think I told the players I'm not a huge rah-rah speech video guy. That's kind of not my style. But there's a quote I showed them when we're talking about those the player development plans, the 1 to 2 things that each guy could do to get a little bit better. There's a quote, and I don't even know where I got it from, but it's kind of quote certain things or keep certain things written down. But you are under no obligation to be the person you were 5 minutes ago. And I said it for the players, but it's for us too. And what that's basically saying is grow and adapt and get better. So if you all have that mindset, then we can continually stick to the process and get better.
When I was listening to the presser and watching it on YouTube yesterday afternoon, that quote came out of his mouth. And my wife looked at me, Amanda, and said, where are we going to put that up in the house? Because that's incredible.
Yeah, that's
you are
a good
under no obligation to be the person you were 5 minutes ago.
I mean, what about if you were a really good person, though?
Still not obligated.
Mm.
Could be. If you want to be, you can be.
Should try to be.
Depends on the situation.
I suppose.
I think that's pretty interesting. You are under no obligation to be the person you were 5 minutes ago. On the football field, that's a big deal. If you missed a block, if you missed a tackle, buddy, drop it and move on with your life, because I'm not looking at you 5 minutes ago. I'm looking at you right now.
So we waited a long time for that Gannon presser. Was it worth it?
Yeah, it was. I mean, we could have gotten that information out of him pretty quick, but I'll give him a little credit. He had to put together his staff. He had to figure out what he had here, get to know all the guys. He talked a lot about that, getting to know Goody and Russ Ball and obviously Matt and getting to know Ed. I think he really took it one day at a time when he first got here, and then got to meet some of the guys. One of the first guys he met was Micah Parsons. He was actually in Green Bay when Jonathan Gannon got here and was able to chat with him right away. Hey, bud, let's do this thing. I checked in with a guy that I know pretty well down in Louisville who worked very closely with Jonathan Gannon as well, both from a player standpoint and from a coach standpoint at the Cardinals. He said he's a great dude. He's going to fit in very well. But that tone that you heard, that we saw not only yesterday in the presser, but him as the head coach of the Cardinals, that's who he is. So we're not running through walls based on what he said. Hopefully we are based on what he does.
Agreed.
Offense check, defense check, special teams, Cam Acord. Welcome to Green Bay. How involved were you in drafting a kicker? What?
It was a collaborative effort, kind of like Goody, Matt kind of alluded to. You give your opinion to those guys. You tell them where you kind of feel like guys are, where they will be, what they'll be in the future. To me, when you're projecting guys, you're not just projecting their first year, you're projecting what they can be in year 2, 3, 4. So you give your opinion to those guys, you say what you're convicted in, and then, obviously that they make those decisions, but you're obviously giving your input.
Okay. Did he really answer that? Kind of?
Not beyond saying, yeah, he was involved.
Pretty much.
That was it. Which I would hope so. If Goody trades up to get a kicker, I would hope that you at least acknowledged the feelings or thoughts of your new special teams coach.
Well, and we heard what Matt said about his involvement with the kicker and what it looks like to onboard him. That's very much a Cam Acord job. So
correct. Based
on that, then what stood out about Smack?
Straight ball, accuracy. His ball doesn't move a lot. For me, I don't need a guy, and I've been blessed to coach a lot of guys that are really good. I don't need a guy that can kick 65 yards personally. I want the guy that's going to put it through consistently from 58, 55. Because, again, we're playing in Green Bay, whether I was coaching in New England, coaching in MetLife, we're going to play in elements. And, you're not going to need the 60-yard ball all the time. You're going to need the 45-yard ball with a 14-mile-an-hour crosswind. So his ball not moving and stuff like that was definitely a big part for me.
I don't need you to kick it 60, 65 yards, but damn it, you need to kick it 58. Very consistent. That 2 yards, don't worry about that.
Right.
58.
Hey, there's a big difference. 60 or under 60.
Yeah, that's valid. So what about catching said football when it's kicked to you and getting Sky Moore? Big deal, right?
Yeah. Obviously, he was convicted running. In San Fran, had a solid year. He's done a lot of good things with the ball. For me, returners, number one thing is holding on to the ball. We're not going to put it on the ground. And being able to control the ball and catch the ball. All right, let's start there. We want to make sure we have the ball at the end of the play, and then everything else. We'll talk about gaining the yards and everything. But, he was convicted. He's gotten better every year. I think if you go back to look at him, didn't do it in college. Then you see him, he gets to Kansas City, does it, and doesn't do it. In San Fran, he actually had a very productive year. So I'm excited to work with him along with the other guys that are going to be back there. So
he sounds like Brett Favre, doesn't he? Straight from the South.
Yeah, a little bit. You got a little bit in there.
And you are up to speed on all things Green Bay Packers from yesterday. How about the Brewers?
Brewers.
Good news, bad news. Good news first. Jack is back.
And here comes Jackson Chourio for the first time in 2026. And a fly ball to left center field. This is hit a ton. It is back, and it is off the wall. Jackson Chourio digs into second base, and welcome back, Jack. He's got a double.
4 for 4, actually 2 doubles on the night, a walk and a run scored. He looked absolutely incredible, and it looked like his wheel was just fine.
Yeah, I mean, we spent a lot of time yesterday worrying about the health and performance of Jackson Chourio and what the point of rehab stints are. And he just comes out, goes 4 for 4, first at bat, demolishes the ball to the wall. I was like, okay, Chourio, welcome back. I'm not gonna lie, when he had that double in the first, I went, yes, look out. This is what this team needed. We are back. We are back. And then we were not back. But Chourio had a good game.
So did Bryce Terang, too. 3 for 5, a 2-run homer. You'll hear that in the most electrifying sound coming up, his 5th of the season. The problem was the Brewers just couldn't finish. 11 hits, which is exactly what the Cardinals had, but runs-wise, it just didn't turn into enough. We played it in the open. There was a weird challenge or two in this game, specifically that one that was or wasn't a catch by Garrett Mitchell. And what's funny is the first few 3-4 replays that you watched before they announced that they were overturning the call, I was 100% convinced that that was a catch.
Yep, looked like 100%. A catch to me.
That last replay, after they announced it wasn't a catch, was very obvious, not a catch.
Right.
It's just like the NFL. You can have the ball in your hands. You can have the ball in your glove. But if the ball touches the ground and moves, not a catch. And I could not help but think about all of the comparisons to the NFL in that moment and went, okay, here we are.
I think one of the things that was most frustrating to me, though, was that they challenged it, right? Like, it was obviously still close. In real time, bang, bang, like, even if you have someone, you know, that's quickly trying to look at the play from a different angle, they made the decision to go for it in the beginning of the game. Like, you're taking that chance right away. I don't feel like every team is going to go out on a limb that early on. And that sucked. I was like, oh, God, okay, yeah, you were right. But, man, the cojones on you to even take that risk, you jerks. God, I hate the Cardinals.
Yeah, you do. Not good. They also announced CeCe Sabathia and the late Dave Parker are going to be honored and added to the Brewers Wall of Honor. That's a big deal. It's actually something council created from what he saw as he was out of town at some other park. And in 2002, the Brewers brought that idea to life. They said that CeCe's going to join the broadcast on Friday. I find it very ironic that it's against the New York Yankees, which is where he went, I believe, when he left the Brewers. Is that rubbing it in their face or them rubbing it in ours? I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's fair. Do you have any idea how many people are on or in the Brewers Wall of Honor?
Well, there's two different things. There's the Wall of Honor, and then there's the Walk of Fame. The Wall of Honor, in the beginning, when it was first created, 58 initial honorees in Milwaukee, but there's a lot of qualifications. The final number of how many are on there, I don't have in front of me, but it takes a lot. Listen to the criteria to be included. 2,000 plate appearances for the Brewers, 1,000 innings pitched, 250 appearances as a pitcher, winner of a major award in terms of MVP or Cy Young, manager of a pennant winner, and the list goes on. It's pretty cool to see that there's two separate ones, the Wall of Honor and then obviously the Walk of Fame, which debuted with AmFam Field and or then Miller Park when it opened in 2001. So there you go.
Yep.
Badgers?
Yeah, we got news on the Badgers?
Yeah, a little bit.
Badgers.
I mean, some recap news more than anything. State of the state here. The Badgers added the number 1 JUCO running back, which started his career in Arkansas and completely rebuilt the running back room. So that's good. Another defensive line commitment, defensive lineman David Hill for the 2027 class, a 6'3", 300-pound, 3-star offensive lineman, defensive lineman from Illinois. I saw that Boyd and Blackwell got an invite to the NBA Combine. All the best to Boyd and Blackwell, and maybe not so much Blackwell.
Yeah, I was going to say it had a different inflection in your voice there when you said Blackwell.
Yeah, well,
there's specific
do it once,
reason.
shame on you. Do it twice, shame on me.
Okay, so let's say that he never actually plays for Duke, and he decides to go into the draft. I mean, I don't think that's gonna happen. But like, let's just say that happened. Do you still hate him because he chose Duke?
I think when he gets introduced, if the NBA does this, which I don't think they do, he would say Wisconsin Badgers. So I'm cool with that.
Okay. So you
put on that Duke blue, dead to me.
The second that jersey goes on, then you're done.
We're done.
Got it.
You're done. The 2026 schedule also was announced yesterday, and it was really cool, involving the team at NBC 15 in Madison and our guy Jocko. There is quite the schedule ahead of our Lady Badgers in the volleyball's perspective. There's the first ever Big Ten tournament at Fisher's Event Center in Indiana. It's going to be very interesting to watch volleyball this year. The Badgers have really leaned in. That volleyball team is impressive. They know they have a following.
I mean, it helps. Winning changes everything.
I don't know about you,
heard
but
me say that before.
When they're on TV, I watch.
Yeah.
It's exciting.
Agreed.
Good for them. All right. Anything else Bucks-wise?
Bucks.
I found it fascinating that we talked about how we're going to meet Taylor Jenkins before we meet Jonathan Gannon. So what do the Packers do? Yeah, that can't happen. You're going to meet Jonathan Gannon.
Right.
Quick, here.
Right.
And then we're going to meet Taylor Jenkins, or get reintroduced to Taylor Jenkins tomorrow, 2 p.m. over at the Milwaukee Art Museum. Anything else?
I mean, really quick before we get to that, I do think that it's crazy, though, the amount of time between the announcements. What is a week and a half? A week between when the team officially announces that they're signing Taylor Jenkins to when the Packers officially announce that they are bringing in Gannon. Bucks moved a lot faster.
Yeah.
A lot faster. I'm not saying that it necessarily makes a difference, but boy, that took a long time to meet Gannon. All right.
Anything else?
A lot of that was on purpose, too. Gannon actually talked about that in his presser yesterday and joked that Jason Wallers was hiding him from all of us in the media.
Joking or a little bit of truth, and why?
Maybe a little bit of both. Two truths and a lie.
Hey, happy Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah, are you getting a margarita today?
I feel like I'm obligated.
Margarita's Mexican food and cantina here in Green Bay. That's where it's at.
Yeah, that's where you'll be. I mean, I've been there. It's amazing. How many are you going to have? 1, 2, and how many chip refills?
Chip refills, all of them. I will not drink today.
No, it's Cinco de Mayo.
It doesn't matter. I don't drink during the week.
Okay, I will have one for you.
I would have one, please. I love margaritas a lot. Big fan. Usually if I start like on a Friday or Saturday night, that's when I choose an alcoholic beverage or two. If I start with margaritas, I run with margaritas the whole night. Bad idea, typically.
I feel like that's a type of drink that I don't. If I have a margarita, I'm not usually going to something else. We're just having more margaritas.
We're gonna run one. Yeah.
Yeah.
What is a game or concert you almost went to but didn't, and you will forever regret that? I plan on having a margarita or two next week when Luke Combs comes to Lambeau Field, Friday and Saturday. I will stop at margaritas those days, grab a margarita, probably switch it up later in the day as we tailgate and so on. But nonetheless, Super Jack for those concerts at Lambeau Field next week, 2 in a row, back-to-back days. Definitely going to both. Have tickets for one, not yet for the other. But what about you? What was a concert or a game that you wish you would have went to, but you didn't, and you will forever regret that? 414-677-1250. The Nicolay Law talk and text line. That and more. Whew, you're up to speed. Happy Tuesday, Wisconsin. We're live from the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook. It's Inside Wisconsin Sports with Trevor and Josh.
When things just don't add up, Trevor and Josh ask the hard questions or just point out how messed up stuff is.
I only have one question.
Can you fly this plane and land it?
Surely you can't be serious.
Do you view this season as a failure?
You asked me the same question last year.
What's the most important question the Badgers have to answer Saturday?
This is a great question. Oh my God, this is a great question.
It's time for I Have Questions on Inside Wisconsin Sports with Trevor and Josh.
414-677-1250, the Nicolay Law Talk and Text Line. Time for I Have Questions on Inside Wisconsin Sports with Trevor and Josh. The question of the day: what is a game or a concert that you almost went to but didn't, and you will forever regret that? Josh, what's on your list?
The biggest one for me, and I don't know how I would have actually made it happen, but I would have found a way, was the first playoff game in 2008 against the Phillies at home. I mean, they were already down, but that game, I wasn't in the state at the time, but being home, like I could have gotten home. I was in Wichita for college. I watched it on a 27-inch TV in my dorm room, and I absolutely hated that I wasn't there.
It was awesome. We did standing room only tickets.
Yeah. I mean, it was electric there. Of course it was. First time in almost 3 decades.
All the years. Literally my entire life. Yours too.
Yep.
There's 2 for me on my list. Number 1, 2.5. Okay, so Billy Joel and Elton John toured together a while back. I believe they made stops in Wisconsin, not Lambeau. But that would have been amazing because I'm just a huge fan of the piano. I love the piano, love both of them as artists. To see them together would have been incredible. Then in 2017, Billy Joel actually came to Lambeau. Didn't go to that either. Totally kicking myself. I know. You're telling me. The last one, this one hurts the worst, I think. Badgers LSU, Lambeau Field, September 3rd, 2016. Badgers 16, LSU 14. It was a huge upset. I had buddies going that we were with that said last minute they were leaving. And I was like, looking back, should have went.
Yeah.
In the moment, was glad I didn't. I did the right thing. I stayed with my family. We had a celebratory birthday thing for some of our friends that day. I did not bail. I stayed, didn't go. And then they beat LSU at Lambeau Field.
And you were like, I should have gone. I make it a point when it comes to concerts to go to the concert, especially if it doesn't matter if it's a legend. If it's an act that I feel like it's almost not even about as much of the music as it is just the historic value of seeing that artist. And so I saw Billy Joel when Billy Joel was at Miller Park a while back. And then I wanted to see Elton John. And I actually was planning on going to see Elton John. And then he had to cancel at Pfizer. And then he had to cancel the show. And then I think it was supposed to be made up again. And then it got moved like a second time. And then it didn't work out. And I was like, oh. And so I never got to see Elton. That one sucked.
414-677-1250, the Nicolay Law Talk and Text Line. I was supposed to be at Sabathia's first game in Milwaukee. Didn't make it from the 920. Yeah, that's a bummer.
Yep, that's true.
Grateful Dead and Jerry Garcia for me from the 920. Not a game from the 262, but I regret not going to the Bucks championship parade.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. I had a work obligation that had been on the calendar for 6 months or so, and there was no way I was getting out of it. I mean, obviously you had no idea they weren't going to cancel the event because of the Bucks parade, and that Bucks parade was kind of thrown together. Like, they didn't tell you the date. It was just like, hey, all right, we won Wednesday or Thursday. Then we're going to do it this day. Oh, okay. Hated that I had to miss that.
The 262 regrets not going to Luke Combs twice, actually. This is Travis in Kenosha. But this time, did get my tickets for his concert at Lambeau next week, Friday. And he's there Saturday as well. Travis is going Friday. We're going Friday for sure. Don't have tickets for Saturday yet. 100% chance we're going to get tickets for Saturday. Luke Combs is one of my favorites. Can't wait. Going to have a blast. What's up with the 262? This is not the first time this person said this. You like any and all alcohol, Trevor. But what?
I don't
know either.
I don't know. I mean, is he wrong?
Oh, God, yeah. I do not like any and all alcohol.
Oh.
I'm a Miller Lite guy. I'm a bourbon guy. I like a good margarita and old fashions.
All right, it's a decent amount of stuff, but
yeah. Well, but all the rest, like I really don't. I don't drink that much. I love living in Wisconsin, but I mean, I literally have cocktails at dinner on Friday or Saturday or some sort of Brewers bus thing, but that's it. I don't drink during the week at all.
Yeah, I like it all. This one from Jeff in Fox Point. In my life, I've been to Tom Petty 8 times. In 2017 at Summerfest, I passed on going, thinking he's going to be back. 2 months later, during a cross-country practice, I get an alert saying that Tom Petty died. I was so mad I didn't go to that last concert. So he actually had a few shows at Summerfest that year. I went to the first of the 2 shows, and that was the first time I had seen Tom Petty, but for the reason I just said of, listen, this Tom Petty's like historic, and he's been at Summerfest a bunch, but I'd never seen him, and I was like, I have to cross Tom Petty off of this list. I gotta check that box. And then he had one more concert here, and then that was it.
Summerfest does not disappoint. That's where a lot of people check their boxes.
True.
A lot. JB and Milton had great tickets for both nights to see Metallica in Nashville last year. Unfortunately, had a buddy's dad pass away, and he couldn't make the trip. Metallica is going to be at the Sphere in Las Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
Tickets for that, $3,200.
Oh, my God.
I actually just booked tickets to the Sphere. Again, it'll be my 3rd trip. We're going back in August. Backstreet Boys.
I've seen the Backstreet Boys multiple times.
I have as well.
Most recently at Summerfest.
I saw them most recently at the Sphere.
There you go.
And it was maybe, other than Garth Brooks, the top concert I've ever seen.
Wow.
Can't wait to go back.
Jason in the 920 said, Rolling Stones played Summerfest a while back. Lawn seats were $250 a piece. I didn't pony up.
You cheap SOB.
Hey, Jason, I did. I went to that concert. You know why? Because there was no way I wasn't going to see History when the Rolling Stones were in my backyard.
Regertz. Early 90s for the 610, Metallica and Guns N' Roses. That would have been a hell of a show. Bummer for you. You didn't make it. That sucks. What? What do you got?
This one from the 834 or 843. My dad and brother went to Game 6 of the Bucks championship run, and I decided to stay home with my high school girlfriend. Oh, the decisions.
Is she your wife today?
Yeah.
Because that was worth it. If not,
well, I don't think so, because then I think you put in that text, I decided to stay with my now wife. That's regrets.
Ouch.
It's not even just a buddy, too. That's the moment you have with your family, with your dad, with your brother. If they had a 3rd ticket and you could have gone to that, I don't know what your high school girlfriend told you to stay home, but boy, that had to be a decision, my friend.
Whoopsie boopsie.
Oh, man.
414-677-1250, the Nicolay Law talk and text line. What game and or concert did you accidentally stay home with your high school girlfriend and not go to? And you have major regrets from that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
The most electrifying sound of the day is next. It's Inside Wisconsin Sports with Trevor and Josh, live from the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook.
It's time for
The most electrifying.
Sound of the Day
The most electrifying.
on Inside Wisconsin Sports with Trevor and Josh. Brought to you by Best Electric. Learn more at bestelect.com. Don't stress. Connect with the best.
And Terang to center. Scott back at the track and gone. Bryce Terang goes deep. It's a 6-3 game on the 5th home run of the year for Terang.
And that was Bryce Terang's home run in the 9th, call courtesy Jeff Levering and Brewers TV. And that is the most electrifying sound of the day, brought to you by our friends at Best Electric. Remember, no job is too big or too small for Best Electric. Don't stress. Connect with the best. Call them today or visit bestelect.com. I know that it was in the 9th. I know that the game at that point was pretty much gone. However, man, I'm telling you, I love Bryce Terang. I love seeing him go yard.
I do too. It's a Take Back Tuesday, though. And I have a comment or two about Mr. Bryce Terang. Really has nothing to do with how he's playing. But I do have a take back involving him. He had a good night. I mean, a really good night. 3 for 5, a 2-run shot that we just played for you there in the most electrifying sound of the day. A Take Back Tuesday coming up next hour. 414-677-1250, the Nicolay Law Talk and Text line. What is an event, sporting, concert, or otherwise, that you missed and you've had lifelong regrets since then? 414-677-1250. Somebody, Josh, said they had tickets to see Newfound Glory 3 separate times and had to cancel 3 separate times. One of his favorite bands from the early 2000s. Haven't seen them yet.
Yeah, Newfound Glory, also one of my favorite bands. I have seen them. It's awesome. I will say, first of all, they are coming back. They're going to be here in Milwaukee on May 17th. I think at the new Landmark Live building right next to Pfizer, of that concert venue, which I've not been to yet. However, I do have to say, like, if you really want to see a band and you've had 3 separate opportunities to see them and all 3 haven't worked out, I would, if that was me, I'm canceling everything. I'm going like, all right, like I cannot allow something else to stop this. It's not going to happen again. 3 strikes, you're out. You get a 4th opportunity, you got to be there. You got to be there.
Andy in Brookfield, I've always wanted to see Garth Brooks. Finally got tickets for the concert in June in Milwaukee. Unfortunately, I'll be out of town for work. Andy, quit your job.
Oh.
Garth Brooks is insane. The best concert I've been to, we were talking about this last night, my wife and I.
Yeah.
Best concerts we've ever been to. I changed the rules a bit because I used to go by the actual show. Like, oh, when we saw Garth Brooks at the United Center or at the Alliant Energy Center in Chicago, or we saw Garth Brooks at the Bradley Center in Milwaukee. My favorite concert is Garth Brooks, and that will never change. And June is, you'll see. You'll see.
Are you going to be there? Like, are you going?
Yeah. I had incredible tickets. And unfortunately, because of personal reasons, couldn't use said incredible tickets.
Oh, brutal.
Yeah. So I'm figuring something
you had
else
to downgrade?
out.
You're still going, but
Big
now.
time downgrade, yeah. Like insurance claim and everything downgrade.
Oh, no.
Yeah. It's a story for a probably never.
Story for a never day.
Never day.
Oh.
I regret missing Queen in the Dane County Coliseum. Had tickets and didn't go. Never got a chance again. Grandpa in Sun Prairie. That's what we're talking about right there.
Yep.
What is a concert or a sporting event or other that you absolutely planned on going to and you missed it and you'll never forget it?
The 608, Ozzy in July of 2017 played in Oshkosh. I couldn't find anyone to go with me, so I didn't go, and then he never came back to Wisconsin. That is totally a great one, too. The regret, not even based on, like, you could go. You were available, but you didn't want to go to the concert alone, and then you go, Now you're kicking yourself going, I should have just gone. Should have just gone alone. Made a new friend.
Andy in Brookfield, I've also wanted to see Carrie Underwood, and that has never come to fruition either. The closest I got was her announcing Shinedown at the Grand Ole Opry as a guest announcer. Shinedown's coming to Green Bay next week. Are they in Milwaukee too?
I don't know.
Next week is absolutely insane. Shinedown concert, Brewer game with Rikers class. Luke Combs. If you're wondering why I'm off that Monday, there's your answer.
Oh, got it. They are not actually. They're going to be in Green Bay, and then they're going to Madison.
Madison, yes.
Cool.
Shinedown, awesome concert. If you are
I've seen
contemplating,
Shinedown
amazing.
at Summerfest.
Amazing. If you're contemplating going to that, don't contemplate anymore. Go. It's absolutely incredible. Luke Combs, by the way, not sold out Friday or Saturday. Still tickets available. So get to that too. You will have regrets if you don't go to one of those shows. I also have been thinking about Game 6. I didn't go to a single Bucks game that year. Not one, including the playoffs. I didn't even jump on the bandwagon. I was aware. Don't get me wrong. Do I have regrets? Probably.
I think more than any other sporting event that I've heard from people in recent memory, people not being in the Deer District, even if you couldn't get tickets, right? I was blessed, very blessed. Shout out to Mike Darrow and Russ Darrow Group for allowing me to be able to go inside Pfizer for that game. But the amount of people I've talked to there were like, I don't know. I didn't, if I couldn't get in the game, I thought, why not go down there? And then you just saw all the people that were down there. And it was like, why didn't I go? Why wasn't I a part of that? A lot of people have regrets for that.
That Deer District alone, let alone inside.
It was insane. The amount of people outside of Pfizer was insane.
Why didn't I go to that? I feel like I don't remember why, but yeah, that's definitely regrets. You've seen that tattoo, right? No regrets.
Yeah, of course.
So good.
Yeah.
I'm so close to getting one. Still haven't pulled the trigger.
A no regrets tattoo?
Yeah, that or just, a tattoo in general. I'm telling you, I'm in. I am so in. I'm not in on Star Wars, okay? Like, it just is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
This topic came up yesterday. Coming up in the Malat Meets Morning Mind Dump. This is a safe place, so we say. But apparently not so much for me.
Oh, not for me either.
Josh wants to, why? Josh wants to know, what is the biggest blemish on your, you should know that, resume? It's Inside Wisconsin Sports with Trevor and Josh. And we're live from the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook. I am an eternal optimist. So please, God, don't tell me that you're an eternal pessimist.
I like to say I'm a realist.
Oh, it's great. We're going to get along great. This is going to be great.
This is Inside Wisconsin Sports with Trevor and Josh.
Crowd is here, about to blow, waiting for me to start the show. Out the curtain, lights go up from home. Whoa!
And he drives one towards the gap in right center. Mitchell over. Mitchell! Did he hang on? Yes! Garrett Mitchell hangs on and makes a diving catch to end the inning.
After review, the call in the field is overturned. No catch.
Oh!
St. Louis will retain their challenge. The runner will stay at second base.
Wow. Frelick bounds into the first baseman. Burleson has it, raised to the bag, and Sal's safe. One look at second base, and it costs Burleson.
After review, rule in the field is overturned. Runners out. St. Louis retains their challenge.
So St. Louis is 2 for 2 on challenges. Vaughn, fly ball right field. Walker is there, and the ball game is over. The Brewers get a couple of runs in the ninth inning, but come up short. Cardinals take the opener 6-3.
Don't you kind of feel bad for Jeff Levering in that moment?
You know, I can't. We're going to talk to Jeff at 8:20 today, and I'm so excited because while I feel bad for him, I love his commitment, especially working in this business. And I'll tell him this. I hate when there is a great call ruined by well, hold on, there's a flag. No, hold on, they're going to challenge this. And then it's like the call on the field was right, but now it's all that energy's out of it because you pulled it back because of the penalty or whatever else.
And unfortunately for him and the Brewers television network, those calls were wrong.
Yeah, they did go over 2.
That sucks. What's up, Wisconsin? Welcome in hour 2 of Inside Wisconsin Sports. Trevor Thomas, Josh Albrecht.
Hi.
The Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook. Okay, so at this time every day, it's the Malott Meats Morning Mind Dump, and we say to you, this is a safe place.
Yeah.
You can pour your heart and soul out to us. Tell us whatever you need to get off your chest and out of your head so that you start your Tuesday correctly. Wasn't a safe place for me yesterday, and now I'm paying for it.
Listen, I think, especially on a Take Back Tuesday, I think it's just a good day. I've been analyzing what we've been talking about a little bit on the show. It started with Tommy never have seen Back to the Future and him essentially saying that's the movie with those Nikes, right? To you going yesterday telling us, yeah, I don't really know Star Wars. You didn't remember where the theme song for Star Wars, like what part of the movie that was in, which is like the iconic start of the movie. Then everyone has blemishes on their I should definitely know that resume. So we're going to get them out. We're going to get them out together in today's Malott Meats Morning Mind Up.
I hear voices in my head, they counsel me, they understand, they talk to me.
The coffee is kicked in. We're awake and ready to roll. Let's get some things off our chest and out of our heads.
You don't know what it's like to be me out here for you. It is an up at dawn, pride-swallowing siege that I will never fully tell you about, okay?
I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not gonna take this anymore!
I'm in a glass case of emotion!
What we've got here is failure to communicate.
We got no food, we got no jobs, our pets' heads are falling off!
It's time for the Morning Mind Dump, presented by Malott Meats. High-quality meats at a fair price, safely delivered to your front door. To learn more, visit WisconsinMeatMarket.com. Experience the power of the family meal with Malott Meats on Inside Wisconsin Sports with Trevor and Josh.
414-677-1250, the Nicolay Law Talk and Text line in the Malott Meats Morning Mind Dump. You need to get to WisconsinMeatMarket.com. I talked to Matt the Meat Man yesterday, Josh.
Yeah.
Orders upon orders upon orders. Mondays and Tuesdays is when they fill the vast majority of the orders that come in to make sure they can ship it safely directly to your front door for whatever it is that you have going on this weekend. And he said yesterday, and I quote, so many orders. So speaking of regrets, if you have not made your first order with Malat Meats, go there now, wisconsinmeatmarket.com. Check out all of the options that you have and experience the power of the family meal with Malat Meats. There's one flaw in your idea here, Josh, and it comes with the word confession. When you confess, it usually follows with an I'm sorry. I am not sorry that I haven't seen Star Wars, or at least I am not sorry that I don't remember seeing Star Wars. I'm not sorry that I haven't watched the new ones or the old ones, depending on who you. It's so freaking confusing. I don't know what I just don't. There's so much to get caught up on. I don't even want to start.
I don't agree with that statement. You don't have to necessarily have feelings of regret on something you haven't seen. It's just a blemish on, I've never seen it. Doesn't mean that you're immediately, you feel bad about it or that you're going to go into it.
Blemish? I don't think it's a blemish.
Well, that's the thing. That's why it's a great topic, because everyone's going to have something different that they haven't seen, that they're not familiar, that they're not caught up on, that someone else is going to go, oh my gosh, I can't believe you've never seen that. Well, other people might go, yeah, you know what? I haven't seen that either. We go to the Nicolay Law Fan Talk and Text line, 414-677-1250. Michael in Appleton said, I've never seen any of the following: Star Wars, Harry Potter, or Lord of the Rings. Okay, so Michael, do you wish you had, or are you good that you haven't? And maybe that's kind of a fun way. Like, there are not things on my resume. This son of a Jason in the ninth. I mean, you set yourself up for that. So I don't even, I didn't say anything about if you feel bad or if you feel sorry. Jason said, do you mean, Trevor, like being a closet Cubs fan? Huge blemish. And are you even sorry, Trev? See, you set yourself up for that one, but I can't help you there.
Yeah, it's true.
I have two big blemishes. As a nerd, I have not seen a single episode of Game of Thrones. People will make reference to characters in the show to me as like, well, Josh clearly knows what we're talking about, right? He's like super into nope. I've never seen a single episode. I always feel super awkward whenever someone says something about, I think like Cersei is a character or something. No clue. Never seen one. Constantly trying to jump around those conversations. Have you seen Game of Thrones? Buddy, I didn't even know it was a show. I thought it was a movie. No. Okay. See, that's my point. What is it? It's a show that was on HBO. There's dragons. See, this is okay, but this there you go. That's like all you had to say right there. All you had to say. There's dragons. I'm out. I've seen How to Train Your Dragon. Like, isn't there a Disney movie that is something? Yeah, DreamWorks. How to Train Your Dragon. Yeah. Okay, something like that. Yep. I've definitely had that on with the boys back in the day, but dragons. Game of Thrones is like adult stuff. There's some nudity and stuff in there as well. Have never seen it. Also, and this is the big one. This is the one I'm prepared for the talk text line. Like mafia movies. Godfather, never seen it. Yeah, no. Godfather 2, no. Scarface, no. Goodfellas, no. Reservoir Dogs, nope. All of them. Somehow all of them are not there. Haven't seen a single one. Not like I've even avoided them. They're not there. Any of them. Okay, really what about the Dark Knight trilogy? Do you have that checked on your resume? That I do. All of them, all three? Yes, but I really just watched them because of the second one. Yeah. That was a really good one. Yeah. I mean, that's a really What about good movie. The Oceans trilogy? I've only no, not all the way through. I've only seen the first one and not the whole thing. Oh, you got it. So I just watched 13 the other day for the second and third time. That's what I do. I love certain movies, and I spend all of my time rewatching those movies. You ever hear like, oh, you notice something new every time? You do. Oceans movies. I'm also a huge Las Vegas fan. Huge. That is a great trilogy, the Oceans trilogy. So that is currently, in my opinion, remember, safe place. That's a hole in your resume. You got to get on that Oceans trilogy. See, See, that's one that you're like, there's no way. How have you never seen it? And that's the other thing, too. I feel like there are also, everyone has something that you get mad if people haven't seen. To where it's like, for you personally, you're like, no, everyone should have seen this. I can't believe they didn't. One of the movies that's on my list is Shawshank Redemption, which I brought up.
You haven't seen it?
That I have seen. But when I find out like other adults haven't seen Shawshank Redemption, I'm always like, okay, you know what? Just don't talk to me until you see it. Just go see it and then come back to me.
I rest my case. That's a great, but I feel like that's a movie that isn't a type of movie like Star Wars and movies about dragon. Like it's more sci-fi-ish, and I'm not a sci-fi guy.
Okay.
Whereas Shawshank Redemption is just a life story.
Sure. So have you seen like Die Hard?
The first one. That's it.
Lethal Weapon.
Lethal Weapon?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. So it goes into like action
movies. Yeah. Newer action movies, although I'm an action comedy movie guy.
Okay.
It's a confusing. It's
Beverly Hills Cop, the buddy cop.
Old school
movies.
ones, absolutely. Yeah. Have you seen Hamilton?
No, I have not seen Hamilton.
Now, I know that one may surprise you because that doesn't add up to anything I just said. But
this is my point.
Huge Hamilton.
This is my point. There are certain things that it's like, even if it's not in your genre that you are a huge fan of, people just in society, they're like, well, you have to have an idea of what I'm talking about. This isn't, what do you live under a rock? How do you know what the heck this is?
414-677-1250, the Nicolay Law talk and text line.
So there's a coming in.
Bunch of people, both on this line and on my personal phone that I can see popping over here, that are essentially saying, don't let them bully you, according to the 414. Star Wars is so boring.
Yeah.
And then Michael in Appleton says, I'm very good with not having seen those. I just saw someone hasn't seen Shawshank Redemption, and I thought that was a massive resume hole, to your point.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. There are going to be people that are with you, and there are going to be people that can't believe it. For example, multiple people texting in right now saying, what do you mean Josh hasn't seen Goodfellas? Yep. I haven't seen it. Yep. It's true. The 920 saying, all right, cut the crap, guys. What are your sports movie holes?
Ooh. You don't want to know. This one's going to hurt you bad.
Well, we've talked about, you've never seen Caddyshack.
Right.
Yeah, that's a big one.
And I still haven't seen it. Like, I just need to.
Even though we've talked about it.
I know. I need to. Maybe.
I never saw Draft Day with
I don't even know what that is.
Really? Have you seen Remember the Titans?
No.
Oh.
I mean, okay, so pause. Maybe. Maybe there's a lot of movies that I watched back in the day that I just don't remember. Like I have very memorable movies that I've watched that I've told you I've watched over and over. Ocean's 13 is a great example of that. I didn't remember watching Ocean's 13. When I watched it just the other day, I was like, oh yeah, I've totally seen this. Just been a long time.
Slapshot, hockey movie. Never seen it.
That's a really popular one.
Yep, I know. That's why I said it. It's going to get people. It's going to get a certain group of people really upset.
Trevor, if you want to catch up on the original Star Wars trilogy, just watch the Family Guy parody of those movies. They tell the Star Wars story perfectly.
Have you seen Rudy?
Probably. They just don't stick. Okay, so like Sandlot. Sandlot sticks out to me very much. Or Major League sticks out to me very much. No. League of Their Own. Yes.
Okay. The Blind Side? It's a newer one. No. Okay. Jerry Maguire?
Yeah, but I don't remember it. Like I couldn't. We can all quote the one quote, but Dark Knight trilogy is the greatest comic book trilogy that exists from Rhino in the 608. See, now pause. I don't look at those movies as comic book stuff. I just look at it as superhero. I don't connect that to a comic book. What? Somebody blown?
I just love. This is exactly why I knew that this topic was going to be great. All caps from the 920. What? Trevor, shame on you. You have homework. Go watch Remember the Titans tonight.
Okay. Yeah.
I kind of agree with him.
There's all caps from Katie in Luxembourg too. Josh hadn't seen Goodfellas.
I know.
What?
I know. That's what I say. Goodfellas is on mine. But Denzel, remember the Titans? Denzel Washington? Come on, man.
Okay, so I will go and watch this, and I'm probably going to come back and tell you totally watched that before.
Okay. So you think like it'll unlock
just
something in your brain.
The memory brain. Yep.
Let me see here. The 920 also says, also, shame on you both for not watching Draft Day. Wes Hockowitz is going to be so disappointed in you both. Trust me, there are plenty of reasons why Wes would be disappointed.
715 says, if sports didn't consume my life of everyday TV, I'd probably watch more movies. See, I agree. Ain't nobody got time for that. I don't have time to sit and watch movies. I also don't have the attention span, which I know. Shocker.
I think that's more what it is. There are days when the sports team isn't playing. There are days when the Brewers in the middle of the summer play a day game, and it happens when you're at work and you get home and you're not flipping on the Brewer game. You could watch a movie. That's an excuse. I'm not buying that one.
It's blowing up on my personal side now. I just got a text from my buddy Nick that says, if you don't hold Rudy as the greatest sports movie ever, I don't know you.
He can't remember
if you haven't seen Rudy, you are dead to me. Wow.
Yes.
Love you too, bud.
Yes. This is exactly what I wanted. This is a safe place, right? This is a safe space right here.
It doesn't feel so safe right now. Trevor literally hasn't watched any of the greatest sports movies. 906.
Katie from Luxembourg again. Trevor hasn't seen Lethal Weapon?
She's yelling and all, like loud today.
I can feel her
still
screaming
sleeping, Katie. Quiet down.
Oh.
All right, so 715 says, I'm the guy at work with all the holes in my movie resume. I've never seen Star Wars, never saw Top Gun. This is somebody, not me. Never saw Top Gun or any of the mobster movies either. I just don't know where people find the time. I completely agree. Saturday mornings, I'm a news guy. Saturday night, I'm a dinner and drinks guy or neighbors and hanging out. Like, I just don't spend time watching movies. I just don't. If you one movie a week, do you people watch one movie a week? Josh, do you watch one movie a week?
No, I usually go in spurts to where I will not watch any movies, and then I don't know, I'll find time where I watch like 3 of them in a weekend. And a lot of times it's like by myself on my phone, because I also don't have time to take over the TV from, the 2-year-old who's watching Cars for the millionth time. And, so I'm just watching something else on my phone. But I love this.
God,
I love how mad people are getting. How do you live with yourself from 414?
Jeez. Remember, the Malott Meats Morning Mind Dump is a safe place.
Annie in Oconomowoc with a great one. Rocky. Oh, Trevor. None of them?
I don't think so.
Oh, my God.
Have you seen Best of the Best?
No.
Best? Okay. Karate movie.
Not
Fantastic.
the same. Not the same at all. You haven't seen a single Rocky movie?
I don't think so.
So when someone says, hey, Adrian, I did. Nothing. There's nothing. Yo, Adrian, there's nothing.
Well, sure. I know. Yeah, I knew that. I mean, I think I would have known that was Rocky, but I definitely don't think I've seen it.
Okay. Da-na-da, da-na-da. Oh, man.
Zach in Green Bay, please tell me you guys have at least seen Moneyball.
Yes.
It's a Take Back Tuesday. When we, dude, I knew I was going to get crucified with this. As soon as you said, hey, let's talk about Star Wars.
Boy.
I'm like, God. Mr. 3000, I've seen that one.
Star Wars is the least of your worries.
Apparently now. Dirty Dancing, seen that one. My wife's favorite movie.
Oh, Dirty Dancing is great.
Josh, asked Trevor Major League.
No, he's seen Major League. We've talked about this.
Definitely seen Major League.
Yeah.
And Mr. 3000. And Angels in the Outfield. And the movie with the Cubs pitcher.
What?
Where he fell down and hurt his...
oh, God. Yes.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, Rookie of the Year.
Rookie of the Year, yes. Seen that. See? There's a lot of movies out there, people.
So you've seen the Cubs movie.
Shut up. Oh, it's the worst. Oh my God. I quit. And you're going to pass out. Hit the button. Let's go to break. Take Back Tuesday. I take back saying that out loud. 414-677-1250, the Nicolay Law Talk and Text line. Yep, definitely seen that one. Live from the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios. Powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook inside Wisconsin Sports with Trevor and Josh. I take it back. I don't know if we're going to have time for Take Back Tuesday because it's just, I got a text that says, not only are you less of a man, but you are less of a father that you've not watched Remember the Titans with your sons.
Wow.
So that's where I'm starting off my Tuesday.
That is a statement.
I have to go, Josh. You do the rest of the show. I have movies to watch.
You got to pull the kids out of school.
Jeez. My buddy Brian followed that up, by the way, with saying, seriously, that was some of the best radio I've heard in a long time.
Oh,
so
that was
thanks
so
for that.
That was so awesome.
It's not done. As Josh would say, we're not done yet.
Everyone keeps coming in. The 239 said, Trevor has missed far too many classic all-timers to be confident about a statement like, I've seen Mr. 3000.
Jeff from Luxembourg, by the way, hi, how are you? Good to see you. Trevor and Josh, Inside Wisconsin Sports. Talking about movies we have or haven't seen that are holes in your resume on a Take Back Tuesday. Okay, so Jeff from Luxembourg says, I thought I knew you guys. Josh, no Oceans.
I know.
Trevor, no Rocky. What is happening? Top Gun, have you seen the new Top Gun Maverick?
I have not seen Maverick.
Oh, my God.
I just have seen the OG.
Everything. Pause the show. That, my friend.
That's okay.
They're making a third one, which has a lot of people yipped up because the second one was unbelievable.
You haven't seen any Rocky movie, and you're about to lose your mind because I haven't seen the newest Top Gun.
So I'm not, and somebody brought this up on my side over here, and I'm telling you, like, we've talked about a lot of stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 text messages about movies I haven't seen. What is there another one? Hold on. Let me read this first. It says, what I don't realize, and this is from my buddy Adam at Hooper Law. He says, there's a lot of these films that you haven't seen that are cultural icons. When you watch them, you're suddenly going to understand so many references.
Right. That's why it's a blemish on your resume. It's not that you have to love it. It's that a movie, whether it be lines from the movie or just something that happens in the movie, goes beyond a film itself. It becomes a part of our social
People say that
world.
about Seinfeld.
Yes,
right? Like,
I was forced to watch all of Seinfeld for that reason.
We've talked about this, I think. Can you be a Seinfeld guy and a Friends guy, or do you need to like delineate which one you are? We were having that conversation in the office the other day.
I'm not sure. I don't know if you need to be one or the other. I don't know that I'm either. Josie says, Trevor, let me know when you see Lethal Weapon, then we can be friends again.
Yeah, I saw that one earlier and was hoping you were moving on, but you caught it.
No,
Good for you.
I found it. Yeah.
Katie said, so Katie and Jeff in Luxembourg have this beautiful baby boy named Mikey. And Katie just said, Mikey's fully awake, and still then started yelling about me and having not seen Rocky. That's because you woke him up with all your shouting. Ha! Wedding Crashers. Seen that one.
You've seen Wedding Crashers. Okay.
Bobby O'Shea.
There you
Shameless
go.
O'Toole.
Yeah. All right.
All right, a Take Back Tuesday on Inside Wisconsin Sports, pivoting also slightly. I take back having seen whatever that movie was with the Cubs people in it. That was a mistake to say out loud.
That's fantastic.
Whoops. All right, I want to take this back. I wrote two things down that are completely random. Number one, I want to take back the whole conversation we had about extending Bryce Terang. And here's why. So Dario brought this up on the Big 12 Sports Saturday show that he invited me to participate in, and I had a blast. Channel 12, by the way, in the Milwaukee area, again on Saturday night, 6:30. Get to make appearance number 2. Probably never going to be welcome back after this.
Yeah, once they all find out. Yeah.
We had a conversation of, and Josh, I'm curious to know if you agree with this. It's William Contreras or Bryce Terang, and I don't think it can be both.
I don't think it's going to be either.
Well, so if you were going to extend one, who would it be? That was the question. Now, in that moment, I started to go, oh, interesting. Well, let me look up some information. At the end of the day, we have control of William Contreras with a club option in 2027 at $14.5 million, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Bryce Terang we have control of through 2029.
Yep.
And if you look at the farm system, we have one prospect that's a catcher. He made an appearance earlier this year in Jefferson Caro.
Yep.
That's it. But yet look at the infield and all the prospects in the infield. So I take back being so adamant that I thought we had to sign Bryce Terang to an extension, because I just don't think that that juice will be worth the squeeze when we have so many people coming up behind him. Whereas William Contreras is one of one in that position who can hit the hell out of the ball, catch damn near every game we play, and doesn't have a big crop of catchers behind him in our minor league system.
I don't necessarily think you're wrong. I think that's a great would you rather question as well between the two of them. I just also feel like the time, I would be shocked just based on what we know about how the Brewers do what they do if the time hasn't already passed on Contreras of taking a shot at restructuring and extending and new contracts. And I mean, the Brewers would have to super financially commit to him, which they rarely, if ever, do. There are some points going against that, right? A lot of people have talked about, well, eventually Yelich's contract is going to come off the books and that'll free some money up and they can look at things that way. I'm prepared, even though I don't like it, I'm prepared for the Brewers to move on from Wild Bill. I don't want it, but I see that it's probably going to happen.
The timing, though, is right where we may not have a Christian Yelich on the roster anymore.
It's
It's
true.
going to open up quite a bit of money.
It's true. That'll be
What is one of your takebacks
That'll
today?
be an interesting conversation too.
Yeah.
Of what does he do next?
Yelich?
Yeah.
Nothing in Milwaukee.
I just, you think about a team will pay him, but that injury bug with him has been brutal.
Yeah.
Just brutal. My take back isn't even for me. I'm offering one up for you because you pulled a Doug Gottlieb. You said last week on the show that we're out of winter. It's going to be May. There's not going to be any snow anymore. And then 24 hours later, part of the state got snow. And for our listening audience, whether he wants to or not, Trevor Thomas takes back that statement. He knows better than to say that about the weather.
So I was hoping you weren't going to remember that, because that next morning driving to work, there were huge snowflakes hitting my windshield. I'm like, whoops.
Yeah.
Oopsies.
We literally called out Doug.
After my childhood, filled with a love of milk. We all remember this from lunch. What milk did you order, Josh?
What do you mean? I didn't get to choose. They just gave me a milk.
Oh, you didn't get to choose 1%, 2%, or chocolate?
No, it was 2%. That was it. And the little carton. That's what you got.
Always chocolate for me. Always chocolate milk. Oh. And then I fell in love with 2%. I love milk. To this day, I love milk. I would like to take that back, because as a 43-year-old man, it no longer loves me. What is that? What is this whole, sorry, can't drink milk anymore without feeling like a bag of crap?
What about the strong bones argument you made yesterday, though, saying that, or the other day?
I believe in all
a lot
these
of our
things.
athletes need to drink more milk.
I love milk and I love jalapenos. And apparently at this stage of my life, both of them have unfriended me on Facebook.
But they can work together. The spiciness
on the front
and the
side.
milk.
They don't team up on the inside.
Well, and then when you're in the bathroom for the next 3 hours, you can put on Remember the Titans and watch it on your phone.
Oh God. I don't have enough time for that.
Oh, you will. You will then.
Milk in a bag from elementary school was wild and messy from the 262. What school had Quick Trip sells milk in a bag? Do they still sell milk in a bag?
I don't know. I've heard about that, the milk in the bag in schools. We always had the cartons, the little cartons where you had to peel it open and then it would fall apart.
You want to talk about a frustrating moment? I have so many memories. See, I remember all this, but don't remember what movies I've seen, of picturing my milk carton sitting on my cafeteria table wide open because I punted and just opened the whole damn top.
In regards to Contreras, the 262 says, sign him for 8 years, $150 million. And then someone else in the 262 says, they aren't signing Contreras. He's too close to free agency, and they won't give him 8 years. No? Yeah. Talk and text line, argue amongst yourselves.
Watch Star Wars. Don't bother.
Yeah.
I rest
Literally
my case.
back-to-back text.
Well, 8 years and $150 million is affordable.
Yeah, but they won't. That's too big of a contract.
They just signed Cooper Pratt to 8 years, if not 10.
Yeah,
they did the same thing with Jackson Chourio.
How old is Cooper Pratt and how old is Contreras?
How old is Contreras? I'll do that. What's
He's not
another take
19.
back?
I can tell you that.
He's not that old.
My take back for this week was about Mr. Gannon. I was banging that drum on why haven't we gotten to talk to this guy? And then the second he talked, I went, oh, that's right. He was not a polarizing figure that I wanted to hear. It was way different than our last defensive coordinator. Jeff Hafley had me wanting to run through walls. I saw from post tapes in Arizona of how he hypes up his room. Why did I so desperately want to hear from this man? I'm taking that back.
Literally told us everything we kind of already knew. However, he fits right in Green Bay, doesn't he? With all of the subterfuge that the first thing he was asked was, what does the defense look like in Green Bay? Josh, do you have that piece of audio by chance? The very first clip that we played earlier in the Let's Play Catch-Up portion of the show.
Yep.
What does a Jonathan Gannon defense look like?
We'll find out, huh?
Okay.
Yep.
I mean, he went on, don't get me wrong, but
when he
said that, I was like, here we go. Here we go. All right,
33 for Contreras. Yeah. 33 years old. So if they send him to an 8-year contract. I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry.
Not the number I got.
No. What do you have? That was the other one. Yeah, he's 27.
Yeah, so
28 now.
William Contreras will turn 28 during the 2026 season. So is he already 28?
Yes. Christmas Eve, baby.
The idea here, though, from an age of catcher standpoint, is he's not old. I mean, catchers don't get old. Salvador Perez is the Royals catcher. He's 35. That appears to be the oldest catcher in Major League Baseball. They're all in their mid to late 20s. Is 8 years for a catcher in his first big contract that big of a deal?
That's a good question. I don't know. I just feel like this team and this organization relies so much on their farm system and growing players and then now taking chances at very young talent like they did with Chourio and now Cooper Pratt, that for them to throw more money at a guy when they know they have one guy waiting in the wings and they can go out and trade for another prospect and grow them in the minor league system for a couple of years, to sign him for 6 to 8 years, it'd be a lot. I would love it personally. Don't get me wrong. It's what I want.
Is there a big difference between 6 and 8 years in the contract? I mean, there's a lot of people that are saying, what if we sign him right now for 6 years at $100 million?
Well, okay, here's a question, and maybe it's different for small market teams, but when you see, on the ESPN tickers, hey, this team signed this guy for 8 or 10 years, $1 billion, whatever. How often do those guys play out that entire contract? Rarely, right? So if they give Contreras an 8-year deal, how many of those 8 years is he performing well enough and playing in Milwaukee as your starting catcher?
Versus getting traded?
Versus getting traded or having it to where just his performance and what he's doing on the field is still top tier. That's, that becomes part of it. I just think that's a realistic take at how these contracts work nowadays. So you're really looking at 4 years? You signed him to 6 or 8, you got him for 4 to 6 at most. I still think it's worth it. I just don't think that they'll do that.
Do you see my point though with Terang? There's so many guys coming up behind him.
Yeah.
I just don't know if we're going to sign him or not.
Well, and the thing is that all those guys coming up behind him, and yet, we still got Joe Yo in there. So
there's that. Up for debate. Sign for 8 with the last 2 years being a club option. There you go. Why don't you run the team?
Give him a lot of money to sign for that.
From the 414, Trevor, you can watch Bluey while in the bathroom because of the jalapenos and milk. Okay.
Yeah, those are shorter episodes. There you go.
Well, that's the problem. I probably got time for Remember the Titans.
Oh.
Hey, when we come back, here's a question. The two greatest words in sports, Game 7. We talked about the other day an NBA game that went to Game 7 that I caught over the weekend. Would never watch an NBA game that didn't involve the Bucks. Barely watch those.
Mm-hmm.
But Game 7 came up, and I'm like, hold on. So what about you? Are you interested in Game 7 in sports in general or just when your teams are playing? 414-677-1250, the Nicolay Law talk and text line. We're live from the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook. It's Inside Wisconsin Sports with Trevor and Josh.
You might need a glass of milk when you get Wendy's breakfast. With their all-new items like their jalapeno sausage, egg and cheese biscuit, jalapeno bacon, egg and cheese biscuit, and a spicy side twist of jalapeno bacon seasoned potatoes, available for a limited time. So get a bite while you can and spice up your morning at Wendy's.
Inside Wisconsin Sports with Trevor and Josh, asking you 2 words. Game 7. We all know that we feel like those are the 2 greatest words in sports. But do you care if it's not your team in a Game 7? It doesn't take one long to do a little research that Game 7s haven't exactly gone our way here in Wisconsin over the years, specifically with the Brewers. But are you interested in Game 7 if it doesn't involve the Brewers? 414-677-1250. 414-677-1250, the Nicolay Law Talk and Text line.
So for me, it always goes back to hate watching. If it's a do or die game and there's a team that I dislike playing in it, it makes it easier for me to watch it because it's all on the line and I very much have a team I can cheer for based on who I'm cheering against.
I love Game 7 either way. I'm just not always aware, based on whatever the sport is, that I may or may not be watching at this time of year. Like, I have zero interest in the NBA playoffs. Just don't care. Like, it's not my thing at all.
Yeah.
Yet there was a Game 7 the other night. And by the way, there could have been 4 Game 7s.
There were. There was 1 Game 7 on Saturday and 2 Game 7s on Sunday.
So the 1 Game 7 on Saturday I caught, and I was very interested. The Celtics couldn't hit the broadside of a barn. And it was pretty easy to watch there at the end, and you knew how it was going to go. But Game 7 in the NHL playoffs or the NHL final, the Stanley Cup final, all in. That's appointment viewing right there.
So I think that's an interesting point with this. The 262 says, I'm all in for Game 7 of anything. That's why I love March Madness. Every game is Game 7. There's a difference there. That's not necessarily true. Because then if that's the case, what about best of 3 series and teams are tied 1 apiece? That's not Game 7. That's Game 3. What about situations where it's best of 5 series and both teams have 2 wins and it comes down to that do or die? It's different than Game 7. The Game 7s usually, in most cases, I feel like the reason why we love Game 7, hearing that so much, is because there's a lot of weight that goes along with it. You might not care about playoff basketball if the Bucks aren't in it. But the difference between a Game 7 in the first round and a Game 7 of the finals is huge. You'd watch Game 7 of the NBA Finals. You're probably not going to watch a Game 7 of a random first round or second round matchup.
Right. If I say to you, Josh, and I want to know the first thing that comes to your head, greatest Game 7 of all time, go.
I don't even know. I don't know.
I don't know the year. It was the MLB playoffs when the Yankees had a 3-0 lead over the Red Sox.
Yeah.
And that went to Game 7. I feel like everybody that knew anything about sports was in front of a TV for that Game 7.
Yeah, everyone had to watch that. That's a good one. I mean, some of the ones with the LeBron and Steph NBA Finals, with those with the Cavs and the Warriors back in the day, those were big. There are some that go beyond. Zach in Green Bay says those games carry, or he says, hold on, let me go. Game 7, I'm only interested in when it's a conference finals or a league championship series or a World Series, NBA Finals, etc. I'm all in, he says those games carry way more weight than a Game 7 early in the playoffs, to my point. And then he said, that being said, if any of my teams are playing in a Game 7, regardless of the level of playoffs, obviously I'm watching. Right.
And from the 239, where the hell's that? Trevor, you need to turn off Game 7 and start crossing some movies off this list. Okay.
I mean, he's not.
All right. So between now and the end of the show, I'm going to give you this. I don't know how we're going to keep track. We'll have to go back and tally it up. I will commit. God, when am I going to get the time to do this? I will commit to watching 1 new unseen movie per week.
Ooh, per week?
I don't know when.
There you go.
I'm not going to remember any of it. You people don't understand. I have to watch the damn thing 5 times to give you a book report.
I mean, remember the Titans has got to be your first one.
All
and
right,
I
so
feel like
that's first?
Ocean's 11's got to be mine.
No, you've seen 11.
Yeah, but like I said, I don't think I've seen the whole thing through. So I gotta rewatch that before
All right,
I'm
so in
watching
the
anything
next
else.
week, between now and next Tuesday, I'll watch Remember the Titans, Brian, with my boys. Good luck with that. And you got to watch Ocean's 11.
Okay.
All right.
We can do that.
Fine.
What do you think's on Jeff Levering's resume? We're going to talk to him in the 8 o'clock hour at 8:20. Wonder what
We're just going
blemish
to
he
talk
has.
about movies the whole time.
Yeah.
Screw baseball, especially last night. Hey, but Jonathan Gannon is alive and well. We'll hear from him next. It's Inside Wisconsin Sports with Trevor and Josh, the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook. I am an eternal optimist. So please, God, don't tell me that you're an eternal pessimist.
I like to say I'm a realist.
Oh, great. We're going to get along great. This is going to be great.
This is Inside Wisconsin Sports with Trevor and Josh.
Crowd is here, about to blow, waiting for me to start the show. Out the curtain, lights go up, I'm home. Whoa!
I think I told the players I'm not a huge rah-rah speech video guy. That's kind of not my style. But there's a quote I showed them when we're talking about those, the player development plans, the 1 to 2 things that each guy could do to get a little bit better. There's a quote, and I don't even know where I got it from, but it's kind of quote certain things or keep certain things written down. But you are under no obligation to be the person you were 5 minutes ago. And I said it for the players, but it's for us too. And what that's basically saying is grow and adapt and get better. So if you all have that mindset, then we can continually stick to the process and get better.
Isn't that a great quote, Josh? You are under no obligation to be the person you were 5 minutes ago.
Yep. You can go and watch Remember the Titans now.
Yeah, okay. I knew exactly where that was going to go. Golly. What's up, Wisconsin? Welcome in. Hour 3 Inside Wisconsin Sports. Trevor Thomas, Josh Albrecht.
Hi.
Having a blast this morning with all of you on the Nicolay Law Talking text line, 414-677-1250. That guy, by the way, that was talking, I know, I didn't recognize the voice either. That's Jonathan Gannon, the new defensive coordinator for your Green Bay Packers, who yesterday, along with all of the other coordinators, and I'm pretty sure all of the other coaches, all went to the podium in the all-new media auditorium at Lambeau Field and chatted with all of us about what we should or should not expect their individual area to look like. In this segment, we thought we would key on Jonathan Gannon just to give you all a heads up as to what the defense may or may not look like under the Jonathan Gannon era of defenses. Josh and I found some tape a while back of, thank God, him not being that you-rah-rah guy, because that's what it sounded like when he was the head coach of the Cardinals. And so yesterday, go ahead, Josh.
Well, I was going to say, and when you're in that position, you kind of have to be, right? Like you have to be that guy when you're the leader of the team. That doesn't mean that you are that guy. Just because you have to be that guy doesn't mean you are that guy. And that was made very evident in that clip of when he was addressing his team down in Arizona.
So we weren't sure how this was going to go yesterday when we got to meet Jonathan Gannon for the first time and actually chit-chat with him. The first question, I'm not even kidding, the first question he was asked was, what does a Jonathan Gannon defense look like? And here was the start of his answer.
We'll find out, huh?
We'll find out, huh? I'm like, oh, no.
It's not good if we're all going to find out together, Mr. Gannon.
I swear, there's a playbook. Even though he doesn't have one, you'll hear about that in a second. There's a playbook that they hand these guys when they get to Green Bay.
Right.
And say, this is how we do it here. My wife texted me earlier and said, you get paid every time you use the word subterfuge. No, and I like cool new words. It was a new word to me. And I feel like there's a subterfuge book that the Packers have that they hand everybody that walks in. Say nothing. Here is exactly the playbook as to how we want you to handle yourself in the media, specifically from a coaching standpoint.
Yeah,
because they really don't give us much.
No, they don't. And I think that is part of it. That is part of being a coach in the NFL is you have to answer the questions. It becomes political, right? You got to answer the question without answering the question and leave emotion out of it. But I mean, just for the first thing, we've been waiting so long. And the first question for him, what does the Jonathan Gannon defense look like?
We'll find out, huh?
Okay.
I mean, he did go on. Here's the rest of his answer.
I'm really big into play style, as Matt is, and the game is about the ball. So, you got to find ways to take it away. And our job is to get Jordan back on the field as quick as we can. So schematic and technical execution and play fast.
Listen,
and violent.
I like everything he's saying. The way he's saying it, it's not Jeff Hafley. He's not saying it with a tone that makes me go, we are about to wreck people. But he's also not the one on the field wrecking people. So as long as the message is being received by the team and they are reacting in a way that leads to them wrecking people, I'm all good with this.
Yes to Varsity Blues, by the way, on the Nicolay Law talking text line.
Oh, okay.
Trevor, Josh, simple question. Varsity Blues?
Yes.
Yeah, no brainer. I don't know that I care if he's a you-rah-rah guy, but I do care if he can get the guys to run the plays that he wants them to run. So there must be a playbook, right?
We developed the playbook when we get here. I told the players that I said, this is going to be a little different for them because, as we're teaching them things, they're going to see tape of Philly, Minnesota, Arizona, Green Bay, San Francisco, Buffalo, Alabama, Georgia. I don't really get caught up in, if you said, this is my playbook, here's what we're going to run. What I just said to you guys earlier is kind of full of what. Right? Because you're really not adapting your scheme to the players you have. This is just what we do. Well, if this guy can't do that, what are you going to do? We're just going to do that. Doesn't make sense to me. So it truly is, it really is the truth when I tell you guys, this is going to be a new system this year. It's the 2026 Green Bay Packers, and it's awesome to me. It's fun.
I understand a little bit of what he's saying, but you don't have to point out the obvious, right? The question is there a playbook? And you're saying we're going to look at a bunch of them because the playbook we're making is based off of the talent that's in the room and what works best with that talent. I understand that mentality to a certain extent, but you're still the coach. You still should have something in your mind that you're trying to see if the players you have can do and then make adjustments. In my mind, anyway.
On the fly, too. They asked him later in the press conference if he was going to be up in the booth or down on the field, and he was quick to say it doesn't matter, but ultimately he thinks he's going to be on the grass because it allows him to feel the game. Well, with no playbook or a playbook on the fly, that makes sense to me.
How do you feel about that difference on a not Would You Rather Wednesday? Would you rather have them in the booth or on the field? I would rather have them on the sidelines.
I would too.
Yep.
I want them to be involved. They can, technology, there's these headsets that you can talk to the people up there and ask questions. But if you are the one that needs to tell the individual player, I need you to do this right now based on this situation and your ability, and break.
Right. Or smack him because he's being dumb and get your head in the game. Hard to do that from the booth.
And remind him you have no obligation to be the person you were 5 minutes ago. So
there you
snap out of it, get it together, and let's get on with it. When we come back in a little bit here, we're going to get on with it with Jeff Levering. 414-677-1250, the Nicolay Law talk and text line. I love it when all of you across the state of Wisconsin on the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network shoot us a question or two that you want us to ask our guest. Jeff Levering is in our ear hole almost every day, all summer long. We've only just begun.
Mm-hmm.
So what questions do you have for old Lev? We'll chat with him here in just a few minutes on Inside Wisconsin Sports and get some things out of him that maybe we don't know.
I'm very excited to talk to him about, just from a broadcaster standpoint, making those calls and not doubting yourself in making the call if it's close, knowing that it might be reviewed. Because as we heard at the top of the 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock hour, and that we'll hear when we come back from this break, Jeff laid out for those calls the same way, that Mitchell laid out for the ball. He went all in on it. And I think that's awesome. But I'm curious if he thinks about that. Well, hold on. Maybe not. Yes. No, he just went for it.
Hey, join Tommy Wirtz in the leadoff show at the Explorium Brew Pub in the 3rd Ward tomorrow from 11 until noon before Milwaukee plays the day game in St. Louis. Have some lunch, watch the game afterwards. Tommy Wirtz in the leadoff show tomorrow, 11 to noon at the Explorium Brew Pub in the 3rd Ward from, listen to this one, from the 920, who I think must have asked us about Varsity Blues. Indeed, it says, okay, Trevor, I got it. That makes sense. Remember, the Titans doesn't have whipped cream bikinis and strippers. Okay, hey, bud. I've never seen Remember the Titans. I don't know if it has those things. I watched Varsity Blues not knowing if it had those things.
Now I love this. 906. Has Tommy seen Remember the Titans?
Call him.
Remember the Titans is going to become the movie of, all right, everyone on the station is now required to have seen Remember the Titans.
Josh, do you have the ability to make a phone call?
Yes.
No. Not, I mean, on the air, not on your cell phone, on the air. Can you pull up the piece on the board where you get to dial a phone number? We never do this stuff. Let's do this right now.
We don't.
I love this, though.
Okay.
Call Tommy. Wake him up. Inside Wisconsin Sports with Trevor and Josh on a Take Back Tuesday of admitting that we haven't seen certain movies, and that is not going well for us. Yeah, I've seen Varsity Blues. Who hasn't? Has anybody not seen Varsity Blues? Like, I feel like that is, speaking of cultural movies, they scanned my cat and everything's good. Like, those are the movies that all of the quotes come from. Or Super Troopers. I know it's not a sports-related movie, but they're coming out with Super Troopers 3. Think about all the things. And all right, meow. All right, meow. Nimbly bimbly, hopping from tree to tree. Don't give them the heads up that we're going to be on the air. Oh, did you tell them we're going to be on the air?
Yeah.
Tommy Wirtz.
What do you mean, did you tell me? I can read the caller ID.
Oh, there's that.
Hey, Tommy, we had a question for you. Have you seen Remember the Titans?
Guys? I have, yeah. Sunshine, he's the quarterback. Denzel Washington, the coach. Yeah, it's all based around.
Hang up on him. We got to go to break.
Football.
Oh, why? Why
what
are
do
you
you
mad?
mean?
He's mad because you've seen Remember the Titans and he's getting destroyed for never have seen that movie.
Okay, well, first of all, I haven't seen Back to the Future. Okay, there. You want me to say it?
That's what started all this. This is all your fault.
That was the
I know,
catalyst.
and this has gone on for way too long. I knew the entire premise of the movies, basically, for Josh, but it wasn't satisfactory. My bad, the movie came out 25 years and change before I was alive. I'm going to go pick the best movies from 1967 and see if Josh has seen them before.
Go ahead. Go do that. Hey, as long as they have Nike shoes in them, right? That's what the movie was about.
I said Air Mags. I said the Air Mags.
Hey, have you seen Rocky?
Said that they sell. Yes, I've seen Rocky. Which one?
Okay.
Trevor hasn't seen any of them.
There's 4 of them, right?
Varsity Blues?
Trevor, jeez.
Even Tommy.
Varsity Blues.
No, I have not seen Varsity Blues.
Ooh.
That didn't help me either. All right, good to talk to you, Tommy.
Thanks,
Appreciate
Tommy.
you joining the show.
That's it. That's all we were doing.
We got to go to Jeff Levering. No offense.
Yeah.
I thought you guys. Okay, that's fine. To ask him about Jake Bauer's sick hit yesterday and why he got pinch hit for.
Okay, probably won't do
Okay,
that.
we will.
Thanks, Tommy.
All right, Jeff Levering is next. Inside Wisconsin Sports with Trevor and Josh, live from the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook. Hey, we got to come up with a baseball movie that we don't think Jeff Levering has seen.
Oh, we're going to find out. I think so, but we're going to find out what the blemish is on his resume.
Lonely. I'm so very lonely.
Drives one towards the gap in right center. Mitchell over. Mitchell! Did he hang on? Yes! Garrett Mitchell hangs on and makes a diving catch to end the inning.
After review, the call in the field is overturned. There's no catch.
Oh!
St. Louis will retain their challenge. The runner will stay at second base.
Wow. Frelick bounds it to the first baseman. Burleson has it, raised to the bag, and Sal's safe. One look at second base, and it costs Burleson.
After review, rule in the field is overturned. Runners out. St. Louis retains their challenge.
So St. Louis is 2 for 2 on challenges. Vaughn, fly ball right field. Walker is there, and the ball game is over. The Brewers get a couple of runs in the ninth inning, but come up short. Cardinals take the opener 6-3.
Jeff Levering, Brewers TV, Inside Wisconsin Sports with Trevor and Josh. And that very man joins us right now on the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network guest hotline. Powered by Gruber Law, one call, that's all. That's not a tough day at the office, right? Josh wants to talk to you about these calls that you make, but then you kind of got to take back. Like, what's that like?
I'm proud of you, Jeff. I was saying I like that you stuck with the call. I feel like there are a lot of times where those calls get ruined because it's, oh, wait, hold on. It might not be a touchdown yet. Oh, he might be out. Wait a minute. And then it loses all the juice. You went for it.
I mean, yeah, because the call's out on the field. What are you going to do? I mean, you had to. And honestly, I thought the Garrett Mitchell one, I mean, it was by a blade of grass, right? And I was a little shocked that they found total evidence to overturn the call. But what are you going to do? Can't do anything about that. The Sal one over at first base, he was out. He was out by a fraction of an inch, but it was the right call. It was the right call. It's a tough one.
Did Dez catch it? I mean, did that not Garrett Mitchell feel that way? Like every angle that we looked at in the game last night showed that he caught it. And then they overturned it. And then all of a sudden we found a camera angle that, oh, look, it was in his glove, but it hit the ground. I don't know.
Yeah, it was a tough one. I mean, I understand it. There's nothing I can get upset about. I get it. You know, you heard the call and just, oh, wow. All right. Okay. Here we go.
I felt that.
You move on. It didn't cost the Brewers a run in that circumstance, so that's a good thing.
That's true. Jeff, Jackson Chourio back in the lineup yesterday, and man, did it. We had a whole conversation that I want to get to in a minute about just the rehab stints and the importance of them, but it looked like it worked for him. What a comeback for him in his first game.
Yeah, you roll out of bed and you go 4 for 4 and you draw a walk. I mean, that's pretty impressive stuff. I mean, we can have the conversation about rehab assignments. I think they're great seeing pitches, and I think that's what Jackson Chourio decided to do. He goes, you know what, I'm going to go down here, and I'm just going to see pitches. And that's what he did. He ended up walking 3 times in his handful of games. He didn't walk 3 times until the 38th game of the year last year. So go down there, you see pitches, and you saw it on his last at-bat, or it was the second to last at-bat, where it's 3-1. He chases a slider off the plate, and then the very next pitch, he gets the same slider off the plate. And what's he do? He takes it and he draws a walk. I mean, that shows some maturity. That shows that he did what he was supposed to do. And the other part of those rehab assignment games, it's not just the thing that you hurt that you're testing to make sure it's okay. You got to get your legs underneath you too, so that you can prove that you can play 9 innings. That's also a big part of it. So I think that Chourio did a great job. Vaughn did a great job. I know he didn't have a hit yesterday. He got hit by a pitch, but you know, those hits will come for Vaughn. He'll be fine.
So the conversation, and Trevor was the one that brought it up, but of why is it that we use this system to rehab a player, of having them go through whatever they need to training wise, and then they play some games in the minors and then come up, instead of it being more virtual stuff and working on the players behind the scenes, getting more at bats. The conversation started because of Chourio hitting that one off his ankle, and it being, are we putting these guys at risk going through this system?
I think those are fluky things. I mean, those are things that are going to happen in the big leagues too. You can't control some of that stuff. I mean, you really can't. You really can't, because you're going out there and you're playing the game. You want to play the game as hard as possible. Can you do some stuff virtually? Is there technology that's out there? Yeah, to train your eyes, to get yourself back in shape. But there is nothing in this world that will ever compare to going out and actually doing it, right? Going out there and seeing live pitching, standing in the batter's box and seeing a guy throwing a ball 100 miles an hour from 60 feet, 6 inches, and preparing yourself for that, because that's what you're going to have to do in the big leagues. That's what the job is. You got to go out there and you got to field ground balls. You got to go out there and catch fly balls. And sometimes it's harder to do that in the minor leagues because the lights aren't as good as they are in the big leagues. You don't have that third tier of a stadium that you're looking at like you do in the big leagues. It's different. So I think minor league rehab assignments are great. Not only is it great for the player, but it's also great the players that they're playing with in the minor leagues, because those big league guys are providing a big league spread. They're taking care of the minor league players. They get to be sponges while these big league players are down there. And it's a great experience for those guys too. And it's great for the fans to see these big league players in the minor league ballpark. So there is a lot more positive than there is negative for these guys playing in minor league rehab assignment games.
The voice of the Brewers, Jeff Levering, joining us on Inside Wisconsin Sports with Trevor and Josh. Is that weird, Lev? You're the voice of the Milwaukee Brewers.
No. I'm a voice. I'm not the voice. Can't do that.
Do you think? But I mean,
that's debatable.
Okay, so that's you not. I get it.
Hashtag
but there's
humble Jeff.
There's no more common voice than Jeff Levering, though. I mean, that we can admit.
I mean, you hear me a lot. That's for sure. And that's okay. You have for a long time. This is my 12th year that I've been here. I've been the most consistent voice that you've heard for a long time, but that's okay. It's good. I'm a voice. I'm just a cog in the wheel. Trev, I'm happy to be a cog.
We appreciate it. All right. So with that being said, should we then, the guy that watches every pitch always for the last 12 years, every single game, be worried right now? Because it just doesn't feel like it has recently. I'm not trying to act like I'm spoiled. Not going down that path. I'm just saying.
I'm worried about where the team is at the moment?
Yeah, I mean, we're not used to this the last few years. It has been a little different. I'll put it this way. Last night, when we were down 4-1, I want to say, I had very little confidence that the Brewers could come back from that. And that was not the way I felt last year at all. It was almost an expectation.
Sure. I get that. I would caution you to push the panic button. The team is still over 500. The team has, I think, the third or fourth best run differential in Major League Baseball. Their pitching staff is continuing to get better. I know there's a couple guys out right now with Woodruff a little banged up, and you're waiting on Quinn Priester to come back. And Miz should be fine for his next start, one would think. You're getting Vaughn back and Churio back, and Yelly's on his way back. He hit on the field for a second time yesterday and ran the bases lightly. So I think that's trending in the right direction. Last year, the team had 97 wins, and they were under 500 in May, like late May. So again, I think that for fans that are panicked, okay, I get it. And I felt the same way yesterday. You're down 4-1 and it's late and you got first and third with nobody out and you don't score a run and you're going, oh my God, this 3-run deficit feels like it's a million. I get it. It happens. But I do believe in this team. And
Josh and I thought that it's not so much the panic button, but if you've seen Inside Out 2, there's that little anxiety button flashing over there. It's like, okay.
Your ears are perked up a little.
Okay.
And Jeff, my big thing is still how long the leash is on some of these guys that have been struggling. Right? I feel like in years past, it's been that's a low point in our lineup and excuse me, and on our team. But we got a bag of prospects. We know we got guys down there, right? This is what we talked about all spring training. Is there guys waiting in the wings to get their shot? They signed Cooper Pratt to an 8-year deal. And I think that's maybe adding to some of the frustration from a fan's standpoint of going, we don't need to keep playing these guys that are struggling. We have other guys that we could give a chance. And yet the Brewers aren't making that move. And I don't know necessarily that it's that they shouldn't be, but that the fans are just waiting for them to do that.
Okay. I understand all of that. I do get that. But the guys that are down in the minor leagues that everybody wants to see, how many big league games have they played?
Well, sure.
None. Right. So,
well, when you put it like that,
I don't mean to rain on your parade, Josh.
Yeah, sure you don't, Jeff. Yeah.
I just think that for the Cooper Pratt argument, he had played 7 games in AAA before this year. Maybe it's like 17 games. It wasn't many. I know that. So now he's got 6 weeks worth of AAA time. He's still trying to figure it out. I would rather see a guy go dominate at a level before he comes up. So that's where I'm at. And you look at Jesus Madej and what he's doing in AA, and I get that. I get all of that. He just turned 19, right? Barely. So again, let him dominate. If he goes up to AAA, who do you move off of their position? Are you going to move Jet Williams? Are you going to move Cooper Pratt? Probably not, because Madej's got to play on the left side of the infield. So if you want him to play every day, you got to move somebody somewhere so that he can play. So for Madej, you go ahead and have him just dominate the hell out of the Southern League and get after it. And he's got Mike Guerrero next to him, who's tough. And you let him learn that way. I think that's a good thing for him. I think that's a really good thing for Jesus Madej. And then when he gets to the big leagues, you start that clock and you get rolling. But that's okay. I think that's a good thing. For the Cooper Pratt thing, his time's going to come. It's just not that time yet. And I would still trust Joey Ortiz to go play shortstop with a ground ball to short late in the ball game. I'm still going to trust in that guy to make the play. There's no doubt. He might not hit his weight, but he's still going to make the play. And he's swinging
Jeff
the bat
Levering.
better too.
Yeah, he is. A voice of the Milwaukee Brewers and Inside Wisconsin Sports with Trevor and Josh.
Thank you.
All right, enough baseball. I'm getting my ass kicked. I need your help.
Yeah,
so we did this whole conversation earlier in the show, and for those that didn't catch it, buckle in and get your thumbs ready because you're going to want to kill me. I have not seen a number of sports movies that apparently I should have seen by now.
Well, the conversation, Jeff, started as everyone has a blemish on their resume. A movie, a show, something that had big social impact that you haven't seen. When there are jokes made about it at the water cooler, you can't participate because you're not really sure what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a blemish? Doesn't have to be sports. We'll get to sports specific, but do you have a blemish that you know? Yeah, I haven't seen this. I get crap for it.
Oh, I got lots of blemishes. I just had this conversation the other day, as a matter of fact, on the bus on the way to the ballpark. I have not seen Independence Day.
Whoa. I mean, a couple of months, so it'll be a perfect day to watch it.
Yeah, could be. I mean, I know all the lines. I get the premise. I get all of that stuff. I just have never seen the movie. For Lane, he's never seen The Sixth Sense, so I spoil it for him all the time.
This is what I'm saying.
Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert.
Haven't seen either of those.
That's fantastic.
Have you seen Remember the Titans?
Totally.
Yeah,
Me too.
right, of course. Trevor hasn't.
No.
Trevor's never seen Remember the Titans.
But I saw Varsity Blues.
What about Rocky? You've seen Rocky, right?
I have. Not all.
Okay.
Yeah, I've seen all the Rockies. I haven't seen all the Creeds, but I've seen all the Rockies.
But you've seen at least Rocky.
Yeah,
Trevor
I wish
has.
I didn't see Rocky.
Oceans 11, 12, 13, those?
All of them. Those are some of my favorite caper movies ever.
Thank you.
Those are my blemishes. I haven't seen those. I also haven't seen Godfather. I haven't seen any like mafia like Godfather, Scarface.
Goodfellas?
Nope.
Dude.
Getting a lot of
what are
heat
you
this morning
doing?
for Goodfellas. I know.
Okay. All right, good.
I know.
Pile on, because it's been all me for about the last hour and a half.
The sports
Because
movie.
of Remember the Titans?
Yeah.
That's literally, I mean, amongst
Rocky.
others. Well, but the theory here started with Star Wars. I just don't care about Star Wars. It's not my jam.
That's fine. Me neither. That's okay, but I can lean into it. I work with Chewbacca / Tim Dillard. It's fine.
What games do you guys? Ooh. I wasn't going to bring this up, but you just brought up one of your.
Oh no,
cribbage ain't going your way this year, huh?
No. Is Vinny talking trash on your show when I'm not on?
Well, no. You guys actually. He brought it up on a recent broadcast.
Yeah, he did, and I deflected
was like,
quickly,
real quick. Hey,
Real
you want to talk about
quick.
winning?
We picked
speaking
up
of that,
on
want to talk
that.
about cribbage? No, sure
Yeah.
don't. No, sure don't. You did.
Yeah, I'm 0-7. I'm
Oh.
0-7, but we've had. I mean, they've been really close games. Not that matters,
scuff.
except for in hand grenades and horseshoes. So yeah, no, I'm getting my tail kicked. We were supposed to. I mean, the thing is that the sanctioned matches are only when we work together. So I had that first road trip where I was not well. So we didn't play until the Red Sox series, and then we had to do a bunch of makeup games. I'm not making excuses. I'm telling you, the cards that this guy is getting in these cribbage games, it's
Yeah.
like 14, 18s. Oh, cool. Here's a 24 hand. And I'm like 4, 6, 1 in the crib because I got knobs. It's just, it is a rear end kicking that I've never experienced at this level at the moment. But you know what? There's no panic. I'm not freaking out.
Oh,
There's a lot
that's
of
going to
season
be a
left.
clip.
There's a lot of season left. We're going to be fine. Vinny, I'm coming for you.
Oh, I love
How many
that.
more? So, but you're down. I mean, this is kind of. It feels like golf. Like how many
No, there's
holes are left?
plenty of season left. Plenty of ball game left.
But you don't do all the road games with.
Not all of them, but most of them. So I don't know. Let's say we're doing 40 games together. I know I'm down 7-0, but I rattle off 4 in a row and I'm down by 3. It's okay. I'm not quitting. There's no quit.
All right. Which happens first, Jeff? You get that first win of the season in cribbage, or the Brewers get their first win in the new Wisco City Connect jerseys?
Oh.
No bet.
Oh, I'm gonna pass out. That was good. Woo, lightheaded.
The man pleads the fifth.
No, I think the Brewers win on Friday. I think they beat the Yankees Friday.
I'd like that.
CC Sabathia, what's your first question for him in the booth?
Do you remember when I caught your bullpen when you were a senior in high school?
Whoa.
True story. I was a freshman. I caught one of his
Probably should have
bullpens.
saved that ball.
No, I didn't. No.
Do you think you remember?
My hand has never hurt more than when I caught him as a freshman in high school. It was fun. It was nasty.
The last one I had for you, Jeff, I did see that they finally got some of the food up to you guys in the booth recently, and you got to try the deep fried Kringle. I
really
also
good.
was able to. Is it best thing you've had all season? Because it was for me.
Yeah, totally. It's really, really good. It's really good. And I ate it. I mean, I ate it on TV, so I didn't want to stop eating it on TV.
More than once. I was gonna say you didn't just take a bite on TV. You just kept going.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
put it
right.
down.
I went to break and I found the snoot can. Got in there. It was good. That's fun. And there were a lot of people that were upset because I was eating on TV. You know, if we're not selling it, then people aren't going to go buy it.
Yeah, that's right. Maybe they should also go get a deep fried Kringle. Calm down.
Based on what you did last night, I've never wanted a blanket giveaway more.
Oh, that was great.
Jeff,
Yeah,
Levering.
we sell the heck out of our products, buddy.
You do. It works, man. It
Attaboy.
works. Look, I mean, duh. I got a bobblehead or two because of you.
There you go.
I'm going to ask one more, and then I know we got to let you go. The first time you joined me on the podcast, the Inside Wisconsin podcast, you had what you called the Stonehenge, which was the holy grail of Bob Euchre and you and your handwriting, the book, the game book that you guys keep every day. Do you still have that?
Lane does the scorebook, so he still has the book. He's still using it for the time being. Yes, he's done that for the last 2 years. I don't know if he's going to retire it. I think he still likes using the book, but it's beefy. Like it's a 5-pound book that you got to carry around because it's thick cardstock and it's got I don't know, 80 games in it, 90 games in it. But he is still using the book. I am not using that style of book anymore. No.
Do you have the old books though that
The
you and
Euchre
Duke
books.
did? Yeah.
Yeah, those are still in the booth. The one that we used for his last game was taken that night. So I don't have that one. So from the whole second half of the 2024 season, I don't have that book because it was authenticated and it is in the Brewers archives as his last game.
Wow.
That's good. I'm glad that it's preserved though.
Yeah. Yeah, I hope it's in a glass case somewhere and there isn't any microbes that are getting on it.
Right. Agreed.
Absolutely.
All right. So no panic on the Brewers. No panic on the cribbage. No panic about these movies. We all got time.
The only thing I'm panicking on is Josh's shirt today. I still can't figure out is that nachos? What is that?
Yeah, just Cinco de Mayo. It's
Oh,
chip and
okay.
dips with some
Jeff,
peppers. You know,
how many of those shirts do you?
Oh, boy. Look at the
Josh set
time.
over under.
Thank
No,
you so
no,
much,
no,
Jeff, for
no. When
joining
we
us
pile on me
here today.
Yeah. Over under on how many of those Roosevelt shirts that he has.
I'm going to put my over under at 51.5.
Oh, Jeff.
Josh said 280.
Well, then take the over.
Thank you. Attaboy.
280. I don't have 280 of anything.
I don't either. But good for you. Good for you.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. I will continue to wear them. I will send you a photo on special days and let you know what shirt I'm wearing, Jeff.
Good. Congrats, Jeff.
Perfect. Love that for you, Josh.
Yes, thank you. Hey,
Nice.
best of luck to Vinny. I mean, you with the cribbage games going forward, and
I'll be texting you from now on. All right, Jeff Levering. All right, be
Take
good,
it
buddy.
easy,
Good to see you.
guys.
Thanks, Jeff.
The Wisconsin Sports Radio Network guest hotline, powered by Gruber Law. One call, that's all. We're live from the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook. We'll check in with 9 to noon next. It's Inside Wisconsin Sports with Trevor and Josh.
Wendy's new cookie dough Frosty Fusion is the ultimate feel-good snack. Everything from the cookie dough to the brownie batter sauce was made for max happiness. Go grab a new cookie dough Frosty Fusion today and get that dopamine flowing. For the ultimate feel-good snack, it's got to be Wendy's.
Make sure to join Tommy Wirtz in the leadoff show at the Explorium Brew Pub in the 3rd Ward tomorrow from 11 until noon, right before the Milwaukee Brewers play those pesky Cardinals during the day tomorrow. Have some lunch, watch the game afterwards. Tommy Wirtz in the leadoff show tomorrow starting at 11 at the Explorium Brew Pub in the 3rd Ward. It's Inside Wisconsin Sports with Trevor and Josh. And joining us now, Rami Makloff from 9 to noon with John Kuhn and Rami Makloff. Rami, have you listened to any, and I take no offense, have you listened to any of the show today?
I caught a little bit of it on my drive-in, and I heard you guys talking about movies that you have not seen.
The blemishes. Perfect. What's your blemish? What's the blemish on your social resume?
I'll tell you flat out, I haven't seen Friday Night Lights or Remember the Titans. Neither nor. Yeah.
You've also, wow. You've never seen Remember the Titans. Okay, you got to watch Remember the Titans.
No, I don't.
You do.
No, so a lot of people have told me that, and I don't. Like, I don't.
Okay, all right. Let me ask you: the reason why you're saying you're not going to watch it, is it because now at this point you feel like you're defending yourself against the idea of watching it?
No, I just don't care to see it. Like it doesn't appeal to me. It didn't appeal to me when it came out, and I'd rather watch a documentary about that story of that high school football team integrating.
Okay, that's great.
Because I don't like the vibe I got from it. And Josh, tell me was that one that you have seen or haven't?
It was one that I have not seen. It's been a hell of a long show since then.
But you have seen. You said you have seen Friday Night Lights, but not.
No.
Oh, you haven't seen either one.
No. He also hasn't seen any Rocky movie. That was the other big one people were going after him. I haven't seen any mafia movies. So that's
also crazy,
right?
But it just seemed like Remember the Titans was a very Disney-fied version of that story. That was the vibe that I got from it in seeing previews and hearing people talk about it and everything else when it came out. That it was just a very Disney-fied version of that story, and I'm sure they showed some of the ugliness that goes on in a situation like that, but I doubt they really struck the actual tone or came close to striking the actual tone.
I mean, only one way to find out, Rami,
that situation would be. You've never seen a Rocky movie though, Trevor? Now that's wild to me.
Have you seen the National Treasure movies?
I think I saw the first one. That was Nicolas Cage, right?
Yeah.
With the
exactly.
Looking for clues.
Yeah, the something in the Constitution. Wasn't there something about the Constitution?
Yes, there was. There was a map
on
the back
of the Declaration of Independence.
Those are the type of movies that I apparently seek out. Like I've seen 21 or National Treasure or the Oceans movies we were talking about earlier. Like I don't like sad movies. Is Remember the Titans sad?
I don't know. Is it?
No.
Gosh, no. Yeah, I feel like it would be
it doesn't end sad.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an inspirational movie and a sports movie. Like that's the other thing too, is that it comes down to, is there a different criteria because we work in sports media and it's a piece of sports media?
Yeah, I have no desire really to see that movie.
Okay. Now people are starting to come after Rami too. Here we go.
I know what we're not talking about in 9 to noon with John Kuhn and Rami Makloff.
Yeah, it won't be Remember the Titans. No John Kuhn today. He's part-time now. So it'll be me and Brandon Snide. We'll get into last night's Brewers game, the return of Jackson Chourio, like the good and the bad of last night. We have some Packers stuff to talk about. New quarterback, new defensive coordinator spoke. Tim Allen will join us at 10 o'clock, and much, much more nonsense throughout the next 3 hours.
Jonathan Gannon lives.
Yes, he is a real person. He is a real person, and we now have seen and heard what he has to say.
Yeah, and I'm sure you'll talk about it a little bit more, but let me get your take on this real quick. He was asked yesterday by Bill Huber about his playbook, and he said, don't really have one.
Yeah, he's not married to any scheme, like no 4-3, no 3-4. He's not, and I honestly I like that. I like a coach who just is gonna work with what he's got. And he talked about putting guys in position to succeed, not asking them to do things they're not great at. So I like that. I like that in a coach. I think that's the way to go about it.
9 to noon with Rami Makloff and Brandon Snide coming up next on the Wisconsin Sports Radio
We'll
Network.
watch Rocky.
I'm going to watch Remember the Titans tonight.
Oh, okay.
On a Would You Rather Wednesday tomorrow, would you rather watch Remember the Titans or literally any other movie ever?
Oh, this is
See you
gonna be
tomorrow.
fun. We'll see you tomorrow because we're not done yet.